Hello everybody, it is Marco here, back at you guys with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about what exactly is WordPress. WordPress we use a lot, so let's get straight into that video. Alright, so here we are in the desktop here. We're on WordPress.com. Here's WordPress's actual website. So as they say here, welcome to the world's most popular website builder. They are a website builder, as we spoke, the skeleton of your website. And so let's jump into one of the websites that I currently manage. Actually, our company owns and operates this one here. And basically, it's a blog publication for moto-related niches. And as we can see here, we have a theme attached to this. That's why it looks so beautiful. So we'll get into more of what a theme is, and obviously we can go more in depth in another video, but just generally going through what exactly WordPress entails in the back end. So if we go to the WP admin, so mind you, when you have a WordPress site, if you go /WP admin, it'll bring you straight to the actual dashboard. So brings you straight to the back. This isn't the hosting. For instance, here our hosting's with WP Engine. And so what you'd want to do is, set up your WordPress site with your hosting. So for example, with my site, we're with WP Engine. WP Engine they claim to be the best WordPress digital experience platform. So they do WordPress hosting. This one's a little bit more expensive than most other ones. The reason why I use this platform is because I set clientele websites up on this platform. But all in all, let's keep going here. So here is the WordPress dashboard when you first log in, right? And so on the left-hand side, you'll have a bunch of menus, a bunch of different components of WordPress, and we'll go into each one and really, discuss what it really entails because it looks a little bit complex at first. Like a lot of people are used to using Wix and Weebly and other websites, but I promise you this one's not as it's not as hard as it looks, right? So you have the website itself. If you won't have WP Engine depending on where your hosting is, but on dashboards, your first one down is updates. So on the updates page, essentially just showcases the different updates, your plugins, your themes. If you're, as you can see here, we're updated to the latest WordPress, which is 5.5.1. And then if we keep going down the bottom here, this is our theme. So our theme is newspaper. So if we're on, the website itself, we go over, we inspect it, we go to sources, we go to WP content, themes. So as you can see here, we're on the, not sure why this is way over here. We're on the theme or newspaper theme, and now this is built by TagDiv. And this theme, if you like it, where you can get it from is actually, I think I got it from ThemeForest. I believe I got it from ThemeForest. So you can pick up this theme. It's a fairly easy theme, and a lot of different websites are actually using this theme. And so it's essentially a news theme. So if you're doing a publication, I'd highly like looking into this. I'll link it in the description as well. So let's go back over to here. So this is the theme, and we're not going to talk about newspaper itself, but usually when you have a theme, you have a separate section of WordPress that talks about the different, as in the theme panel, the settings, the different plugins within this theme, that type of thing. And obviously it's customized depending on who the developer was for that specific theme. Now, if we go to and if it's on the market, unless, let's say you custom code your own theme and you implement on a WordPress site on the WordPress dashboard, it's going to be a lot different. And you wouldn't be watching this video if that were the case. So let's go to posts now down the line here. In the post section, this is where it has all your posting. And so we have published 206 posts. We're scheduled 6 to post, 2 in the trash bin, 1 cornerstone content. And so with the posting section here, WordPress is very renowned for being a blogging platform built around blogs, and so there's tons of blogs on the internet, and probably more than 50% of them are built with WordPress because it's ultimately the best platform for that, and it's the most organized. So if this looks confusing at first, you would know why if you start blogging. I'm not going to get too far into that, but this is where you have your all posts, where you can add new ones. You have categories, which is the categories. If I click on this, it has the different categories that we are working with on this site. Now, you also have tags. We go down the line. The next one is media. So media is essentially, your content, your images and photos, or photos and videos. So if we go down the line here, like this one here, it's a PNG, we have a JPEG file, and so you can edit the alternative text, title, and description, and essentially customize it per photo. Your media section is very important. This is where you're going to add all the different media files for your entire website. This is where it's all hosted. This will go down for years because, the site's been around the block. All right, let's go to Pages. Pages is a very critical part of WordPress. Not entirely sure what this page is doing here, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Now, if we go to Published, these are the published pages that are live on the current website. So we don't have a lot of pages, primarily because we don't really care about the separate pages. This is a blog. We do a lot of postings, and that's why we have 200 plus posts at the moment. And as you can see on this home one, this is the front page. And I'll show you exactly how you can attach this to the front page in a few seconds here. But here's your pages. This is where you add new pages and you manage your current ones. Comments, this is basically comments on your blog posts. Stories, this is actually something Google recently released, is a plugin for stories. I'm not sure entirely what they call it, but it's not very powerful right now. But this plugin potentially will make a big difference in the future. I think they're just testing out new options. Like obviously Facebook and Instagram has stories, so I think they're doing something similar there. Amazon, this is another plugin. So some of the plugins you get are going to show up on the left-hand dashboard here. I'm not going to walk through any of these, but here's a very, very important part of WordPress, and that's the appearance. So within the appearance, you can click on it, and it brings you to themes. And on the themes section here, this is basically where you store your themes, and you can only have one theme active at once. And so as you can see here, we started out with Akabata. I'm not sure why there's two here, but then we went to Divi, and then we went to Newspaper because we figured out this one's the best. Now, we're going to click on Custom pretty soon here, Customize. But at the moment, this is exactly where you see your theme. You can view more details in regards to this. You can see who the developer is, as you can see, if you click on this, it brings you to Theme Forest. So this is where I bought it from, in fact. And let's go down the line. So you can see widgets. These are different widgets within that WordPress theme. It depends on what kind of theme you got. And your theme editor is essentially reaching the theme files. So the PHP files, let me see, functions. You have functions.php. The most critical one you're going to be working with here is your header. .php. So this is where you're going to be adding, your tracking links, your Google Tag Manager, your Search Console, analytics code, Pixel, like all these good things that you're going to start using with your website. This is where you're going to add them, is your header.php file. Alrighty, let's keep moving along the lines here. Oh yeah, let's click on Customize. So if I click on Customize, what it does is it brings me to my front end here. So we can see you can edit the site name. You can also add a fav icon right there, site icon, and homepage settings. This is where you want to focus on is, let's say you're creating a blog publication. Your homepage is probably going to have the latest posts, but for my certain circumstance, we have a page builder. So we want to be able to just add a separate page and call that the home, and then you can customize that using the page builder. There's additional CSS within here as well. Okay, very cool. We're going to keep moving along lines here. Here is plugins. So plugins is basically third-party developers developing different plugins, apps, aka apps, to integrate within your theme. And they're not always compatible, but for the most part, they are very versatile on this platform. And let's go to installed plugins because there's a few examples that I want to show you. Okay, so we have AMP. So this is enable AMP for your WordPress website. We have the different theme files that are required for Tag Div, Web Stories by Google, WP Rocket, and Yoast SEO. So you want to keep this as clean as possible. Like I said, I only have 9 here, and so that's pretty good. Let's keep moving. This is the user section where you add different users to manage the website. Tools. This is where you import and export. Settings. I have a whole video on exactly what settings you want to use within WordPress, and so go ahead and check out that video. I'll link it below and also pop up on your screen here. within the SEO, this is just Yoast, and then you have AMP within host. Yoast is or just a different plugin as well. So we can collapse and expand this navigation bar. For the most part, that wraps up our quick tutorial with WordPress. If this was helpful, please leave a like on the video. And if you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. With that being said, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.